Aggie. And ugly ass bubble letters. I could flirt a little bit, like, I don't really care, but like, not too much. He had to tap a couple of people, call him the hard ER, jack them up across the counter. No, you did not. Went to the window. Y'all, why when I look at the fucking window? Hey y'all, it's your girl Kai, and I'm back with another video. Okay, so by the title, y'all already know this video is another story time. Yay, yay, yay. I'm back and I'm back with it. And yeah, if you're new here, hey, how you doing? Join us. You'll love it here, I promise. Ask anyone, you don't gotta take my word for it. And if you're loyal, you're returning, keep coming back and back. Is my phone falling? Like I was saying, if you're loyal and returning, keep coming back and back and back again, like you always do. You know I rock with you. I love you. Right? Okay. So now we have that out the way. Make sure like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, whatever. But yeah, so today's story time is going to be about this boy that was stalking me. And I use the term stalking lightly. So basically, I want y'all to keep this in mind throughout the whole video. I want y'all to determine if y'all think it was stalking or just misguided passion. Like, I don't know, because I know like people who have really been stalked, like I've heard stories and stuff like that, and this is definitely far from that. So like, at what point do y'all feel like something is stalkish? I don't know, but let's go ahead and get to the video. Okay, cool. So this story took place last semester. So yeah, like a few months ago. Well, like more than a few, but y'all know, like the end of last year, basically. So yeah, for those of y'all who are new here, I'm a junior in college. And that's pretty much the only background information that y'all need to know. Let's get into it. So I used to go to Subway. So my school has like a bunch of different food places, which I feel like any college does. But we have this Subway in particular in this like the main building on campus, like the main central building on campus. There's a Subway on the ground floor. And at this point, like in the beginning of the semester or whatever, when I used to go get food, I would go get Subway, because from working at the school during the summer, I got tired of eating everything else. And like Subway was the only thing that I could stomach that was like buying food wise from campus. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I was getting me some Subway. So one of the times I went there to go get me some Subway at like the beginning of the semester, it was this black boy working in there, which obviously I go to a PWI. So anytime somebody's black, I'm like, I'm trying to see where the blacks at, like where my folk at. So I noticed him because he was black working there, which is important to note that most people who work in like service are black. So you know how that goes. But yeah, so it was my first time seeing like a black boy at Subway. So I get in the line or whatever, I go through whatever. It's nothing like that. Like I look at him, let me describe him for y'all so y'all can have like a mental picture throughout this story. So he like, I give him 5'7", like 5'6", 5'7". He got like a little fro. He hasn't had a haircut. The barber ain't seen him in a minute, y'all. Like, it's been like a year. Like, the barber ain't seen him in a while. He got on a visor, like the little Subway visor. He got on his black little Subway shirt. He had on black pants, like, the little uniform, I guess, or whatever. The shirt was kind of fitted, so you could tell he had a little pudge on him, a little gut. Not like super duper, big or anything, but like, just enough to rest over the waist of them pants. And he had this ugly ass tattoo on his forearm right here that said, what I'm gonna call his name, what I'm gonna give him in the story. So we're gonna call him Aggie. So he had this tattoo right here, like right here on his forearm, y'all, and it said Aggie in ugly ass bubble letters. It was small. It was literally like the only tattoo right here in the middle of his arm. It was ugly, like half of the A was shaded in on the way up. It was like it was like slanted. It was bad, y'all. You could tell this was a kitchen sink job. Nothing professional. But my thing was, when I saw it, I'm like, I knew that was his name. I don't know how I knew it was his name, but I just knew, like, it just gave the vibe like you were the kind of guy that has his name tattooed on himself, like a name tag, because you don't know your damn name. Like, why else would you have your name tattooed on you? You don't got no junior. So I'm just like, girl, right, okay, cool. But that's just a little description for y'all. So pretty rundown kind of guy, you know. He wasn't ugly though. He wasn't like the face. He just looked like a typical black boy. Like, he wasn't ugly at all. But I wasn't trying to get at him, basically. So cool, I go through the line or whatever. He work in the cash register. So I get through the line or whatever. He checking me out. I say bye, you know, and then he say have a good day. I'm like, yeah, you too, whatever. I get on the elevator. I go to where I'm supposed to be going. So yeah, that was our first interaction. Nothing crazy. So I don't know what number interaction it was, but at one point in like maybe like a few days or a week or something like that later, I had went to go to Subway again. And by this point I was buying food because I had money, like, from my job. Like, they paid for us to eat. So basically, like, I was like, might as well, right? So yeah, so I'm down there in the Subway line. The line's long, like excuse me, the line is long. Like, after my first class, like, the line for Subway would be long because Subway would have just like opened and people would be getting out of class and stuff. Like, the line was long or whatever. So I get in line, I'm waiting or whatever. I end up seeing like one of my homeboys, associates kind of guy. He ends up seeing me in the line. He come to speak or whatever. He like, hey Bookie or whatever. And I'm like, oh, what's up? And then he was telling me, like, basically go stand up there with them. It was him and somebody else. I don't remember who. But so basically we're standing in line chopping it up or whatever. We get to the front or whatever. We checking out all that good stuff. And apparently he had a conversation or two with Aggie already, because like you could just tell, like, the way they was talking to each other was like they was comfortable or cool, or maybe it's just a black thing, I don't know, but like they was talking like they was cool with each other. Excuse me. But so I'm going to check out. He asking me questions. He like, oh, so what's your name? Where are you from? I'm like Kai. And then he was like, where you from? I'm like, Jacksonville. And then he was like, oh, you from Jacks? Which Jacks get a bad rep at my school. Not typically from like the white folks. The white folks love Jacksonville. But like, it be the black people that be like, ooh, you from Jacks? Ooh, which, I mean, I don't think it's that bad, but like, hey, that's their business. So he was like, oh, you from Jacksonville? That mean you like this. I mean you like that. That mean you like this. I mean you like that. I'm like, I mean, you get a bad rep for nothing, but like, you know, whatever. I'm just, you know, have friendly conversation. Like, the boy ain't did nothing to me. I'm not trying to get in his pants or nothing like that, and I'm not gonna let him in mine. But like, you know, ain't no, you know, beef or nothing like that. So I'm just having friendly conversation, whatever. So I check out. I end up leaving. That's that. I end up going back to Subway another time or whatever, get some more stuff. Sometimes I would just go for like just to get a drink, because the drinks at the market, which that's important, there's a little convenience store across from the Subway, like across the hall from the Subway, there's another little convenience store. I would go in there for like chips or a drink, but like they would be taxing on the drinks, so I might just like go to Subway and get me a drink or whatever, right? Cool. So at one point I went there and he offered me, he was like basically, because I would get a combo, a 6-inch combo with chips and a drink, and then I would add on a cookie. So he started offering me like free cookies or whatever. Or like one time I went in there to get my combo or whatever, and he gave me like he was like, he just handed me a cookie, and I'm like, oh, well, thank you. So I just walk out or whatever, that's it. And then sometimes like he would give me a free drink. Like, this is like, it's time is spread out. It's not like back to back to back to back to back, but it's been like, you know, a week here, maybe like I went twice in this week or something like that, right? Okay, cool. So one time, y'all, mind you, after he asked me like, oh, what's your name? You from Jacksonville? Oh, like we would have friendly conversation, and it kind of gave flirt a little bit, but I ain't mind anyways, because like, you know, I could flirt a little bit, like, you know, I don't really care, but like, you know, not too much, you know, like not too much. So like I said, we was flirting sometimes or whatever, and like sometimes when I would go to the market or like go down there to the market to get my chips or whatever, because I wasn't going to Subway, I like speak, like I'll go there, I'd be like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, you know, how you been? How you day been? You doing good or whatever? And he'd be like, yeah, I'm good. Like, you know, how you been? Whatever. Cool. Mind you, no information exchange or nothing like that. Like sometimes I would literally go and speak to that boy, but like it was never nothing crazy, because like, you know, I said I could tell he was like, you know, trying to flirt and stuff like that, and I don't mind like people falling in love with me, like I don't mind that. So whatever. I Went back one time, y'all, and the line was like long again. But this time, like, none of my friends or associates were in the line. So I'm just waiting in line or whatever, right? So it's a good 10 people in front of me, y'all. And let me like kind of like give y'all the visual. So it's like you go in the subway and it's the counter where people like, you know, picking their stuff out and checking out, like straight ahead, right? Off to the side, like right here, is kind of like where the line starts. And then like the line was out the door. So you walk in, straight ahead is like the cash register, and then like the line. And then off to like, if you go in and then look to your right, that's like most like the line is going this way and following along this way. Y'all following? But they had like the little ropes to like divide it. So it's like you go in, you walk here, walk around, walk back around, and then you start ordering with bread and all that. So it's like a good 10 people in front of me. Mind y'all, I'm like in the doorway of the subway. I'm in like the doorway of the subway. And then a couple people went up, so I walked in a little bit, but I'm not even in like the little ropes. Yeah, I'm not even in the ropes to start walking around. I'm still like hanging out. Like I'm still hanging out. It's that many people in front of me, y'all. So I'm standing there, I'm on my phone, I'm on TikTok or whatever, right? I'm on TikTok, I'm scrolling, I got my headphones in or whatever, I'm chilling. I'm scrolling or whatever, I feel somebody tap me. Not like a tap or anything like that, but like kind of like, you know, like people typing with their knuckle, they be like, excuse me, like, hey. I can't hear nothing though. So somebody tapped me, I look up and it's somebody I don't know. And then they motion towards like the cash register. So they motion over to the cash register and they're like motion like I guess like he wants you. And I look up and it's Aggie. And Aggie was like, oh, you don't see me? You can't speak, you don't see me? And I'm like, he's saying it like he's not saying it like rah, like he kind of like joking with it. But it's like, he's like joking but serious. Like that's the kind of vibe he was giving, like the tone of his voice. And when I look up, I'm like, and he's like, oh, you can't speak that. I'm coming up there, like you acting like I'm not like, you acting like I'm not in line. Mind you, I didn't say like all that while I'm standing in line. I'm just like, I'm not even up there yet. That's what I said. I was like, I'm not even up there yet. What are you talking about? He was like, oh, okay, I'm just checking. I'm just trying to make sure you're not acting funny. Da. And I'm just like, I'll be up there. Like I'm coming around. Like, nigga, I'm in line. What are you talking about? Like, you're the last stop for me to get up out of here. I'm literally in line to get my stuff. So that irritated me, but that wasn't giving stalker, y'all. That's just like the start of his demise. So after that, I was kind of irritated. So like I wasn't going back to Subway like that much, like because while I was still irritated. I might go to the market or whatever, but like I just wasn't like trying to keep going back because I'm like, he acting funny or whatever. But during that interaction, whenever I finally got through the line and got to the cash register, I was like, let me tell you something. Like, don't ever in your life do nothing like that, y'all. In order for him to get me, like for him to get the person to get my attention, he had to tap a couple of people in front of that person for them to tap me. It was like a line, because he couldn't just like reach and tap one person and be like, hey, can you get her? He had to tap a couple of people or motion to a couple of people like, hey, get her. So I'm like, I don't need people in my mouth or in my business. That's what I was like, I don't need people in my mouth or in my business. And I would speak to you if I came up here. Like, you know, I'm not rude or anything, but I don't have to speak to you. So like, let's not do too much when it comes to that. He like, all right, my bad, you know, like whatever. Like, I was just saying. And I'm like, nah, I'm just saying. So, cause bitch, I'll never speak to you again. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, oh, you can't speak. Now I won't speak. But hey, I didn't say all that, right? I just told him, like, you know, hey, like, don't, like, it's not like that. Like, let's not do that ever again. And he was like, oh, like, my bad or whatever. Cool. So I you know, brushed it off after a few days, but still I wasn't like trying to go like often anymore because I was like, he acting a damn fool. Like, I don't know. That's strike one. Strike two, y'all. I'm in the subway line or whatever, and this is like after he like tapped me through the line, but before the second major incident, right? So it's like a filler incident. I'm in the depending on how you look at it, I'm in the line or whatever. I get my stuff, I'm waiting off to the side for him to get my free cookies or my free drink, whatever I'm doing. He's giving it to me for free, so like I'm standing off to the side so he can like go ahead and hand it to me, right? So mind you, while he's getting a drink, I'm picturing the moment right now, y'all. He's pushing like the little thing to get the drink out. like, you know, he put in the drink in like the machine so he could pour it into the cup after he got the ice and everything. And it's somebody who's like just got done like checking out, and they're like trying to walk off, and he's like, okay, thank you, sir, have a good day, sir. Yeah, you have a nice one, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. And I look, because I'm like, who just called you the N-word? Like, what? Like, like the way he was saying it and like behaving, you would think somebody called him the hard ER, jacked them up across the counter or something. Like, he was like yelling, like just being loud and belligerent for no, like, well, for what I felt like was no reason, or like that it wasn't called for. Like, it didn't take all of that. Like, he said it at least 5 times. Like, okay, sir, have a good day, sir. Yeah, bye, sir. Bye, sir. Bye, sir. Like, you know, it was kind of giving sassy as hell. Like, sassy as hell. And I'm just like, the fuck? And then I look at the person he's like directing this energy towards. Y'all, it's somebody who looks like they're more masculine presenting, however they have on a skirt. Like, very obviously, like, this person could be trans, or like their pronouns might not be he, him. Like, you know, and that's why you were saying sir so hard, because you know that you're purposely trying to misgender this person. And one thing I don't fuck off about, I don't play about, is disrespect. All that homophobia and all that discrimination and all that good shit. I let's not even do that, because I don't play them games. So when he said, I'm just like disgusted. Like, I'm immediately disgusted. So I'm just like, I'm disgusted, but I'm in my head like, he must have called him the N-word. Like, y'all, that's my thought. I'm just like, he got to call him the N-word, because I'm like, why else would he have like you know, purposely misgendered this person? Like, you know, you don't know what they identify as, but you know that you're misgendering them, because that's why you're saying it like that. Like, right? Okay, cool. So I'm just like, it's even ignorant as hell. So I got my shit and I was like, and I just left. After that, I stopped going as frequently, right? Because I'm just like, hell no, right? Hell no, y'all. I'm just like, I'm not fucking with this. Like, this is weird. So yeah, that happened, and then it was kind of just like, ooh, I'm not coming back here. Like, hell no. How are you not fired? You're giving shit away for free, and you're like cussing the customers out. I don't know what's going on. But I end up, when I did go back, y'all, I end up asking him, I was like, why did you, like, what was that about? Like, you was loud and like being like ignorant as hell. Like, I did not like that. Like, I think that shit's weird. And he was like, man, nah, like, man, nah, I don't act like that. Like, I wouldn't did that for no reason. He was like, I don't even remember exactly the reason he told me that he started like acting like that towards that person. But y'all just know it was some bullshit. It was some bullshit. I remember when he told me, I was just like, okay, but like that was uncalled for or something. Oh, okay. I think I do remember. I think he was saying he told the person, have a good day, sir. And then the person responded like, I'm not a fucking man, like responded kind of like, I'm not a fucking man or whatever. He's saying, the way he was telling me, it was kind of like the person came up him like real heavy and harsh. But mind y'all, I had already been standing right there waiting on my shit, and I didn't hear him like get cussed out or anything. The person was telling him like, oh, I'm not a man, like maybe with an attitude, or even if they did cuss, like, oh, I don't fucking identify as a man. Like, that was rude. But as a person who works in customer service and you just misgendered this person and you didn't realize that you did misgender this person, your first thing should have been like, oh, my apologies. Like, you know, that was never my intent, was to misgender you. Anything. Like, you know, there was plenty of different fucking avenues he could have took to that shit, and that was the wrong one. Basically what I'm trying to say. So I was just like, okay, but you still could have da-da-da. So I'm telling him like, yeah, but like, nah. I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, I'm hearing you. But like, do I really give a damn? No. I feel like that shit was still uncalled for. Still to this day, I don't fuck with it. He's like, yeah, but you know, like, yeah, that's my bad, whatever. And I'm just like, yeah. So I left or whatever. Cool, mind you, I'm not going back to the subway. Like, I'm not going back to the subway. I'm not going back frequently at all. My money started getting low that my job was giving me for my, from during the summer. Like, that money was starting to go out because they wasn't giving us no money no more because we wasn't working there because the summer was over, but I still had some left over. So that's running out. So I'm trying to like salvage. I'm not even going out to eat no more. I'm starting to eat food at the house. You know, the house. Like, we making Subway at the house or something. Y'all, so tell me why. This is the second major incident I'm about to talk about. Tell me why one day I'm walking, y'all. I'm not even walking to the subway. I'm walking to the market. There is another market on campus, but the market on campus wasn't in the central building. It's like a little bit of ways away. but I didn't feel like walking. It's a market right here. Like, why the fuck do I feel like I have to walk over there? So I'm like, I'm going, whatever. I'm getting myself, you know, cool. Y'all, as I'm walking, I'm leaving the market. I'm going to get on the elevators. If you're getting off the elevators, the subway people could see you. Like, subway is all glass. They could see you if you get off those elevators. So what did I do? I took the stairs or either the stairs or the orange elevators. I can't remember, but I came from that way. So I didn't even take the elevators. It was right in front of the subway. Like, I really just did not want to interact with Aggie right then. Like, I just didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel like it. So I go to the market, whatever. He don't see me when I go to the market. Mind you, they could still see you because it's still clear. But like, if they're not paying attention or anything, like, you got better chance of them not seeing you if you come through the back way and come this way up versus getting directly off those elevators that are right there, because they're closer. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I go in the thing, I get my stuff or whatever, and then, like, you know, I leave out, I go get on the elevators. Mind you, I'm not getting on the back elevators. I'm going to the ones that's in front of the subway because, like, I'm not about to do the fucking run around, do the most. Like, hell, I'm not thinking that this gonna happen. I'm just thinking, like, you know, oh, I'm just not gonna speak to him days, whatever. Y'all, tell me why I'm walking my little fine ass outside of the fucking market. I go to get on the elevators, and why all I hear is, hey, Jacksonville, hey, Jacksonville, you don't see me? You don't see me? You not gonna speak? You don't see me? No, you did not. No, the fuck you did not. No, you did not. No, you did not. What? What the fuck? Who's running the show? Like, what? Who's writing the script? What are we doing right now? You did not just call me from outside the subway. Mind y'all, it's a good, I'll say from that cash register to where I was at, it's like 12 feet. No, you did not call my name. Which, my name has never been Jacksonville. What? Don't ever call me that. That's fucking insulting. For one. For two, that's not cute. I don't find that cute or attractive or anything like that. For three, you're being loud and belligerent. Again, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all, y'all, at all. So he called my name. I'm like, I walk in there, like, I like go from like trying to go to the elevator, because mind you, where the subway is and where the market is places to sit. Like, it's like mini booths outside. People are walking. Like, I'm at school. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's pedestrian traffic and shit. Like, it's people out here. Mostly white people out here. And you're at work. And I also work on campus. So my bosses could be walking around any minute. Like, that's just not a good look in general. Like, whether my bosses were here or not, like, I don't like that shit anyway. So I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, stop fucking calling my name like that. He was like, nah, you acting like you can't see me. I'm like, nigga, I see you. I didn't want to fucking speak. And I walked the fuck out. I walk in mad as hell, like, fast and shit. I said what the fuck I got to say. And then I walked the fuck off. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. What the fuck are you doing? Like, you're doing too much, bro. They're doing too much. Okay, cool. That's the second sentence. There's one more, y'all. The third one is the fucking worst one. So even then, it wasn't giving like stalker. It was just giving like you're doing too much. Like, where's all this passion coming from? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. You would think I kissed this man in his mouth. Like, I leaned across the fucking cash register and kissed him in his fucking mouth. Gave him my number. Gave him my information at all. You would think I gave him something. I don't know. But let me hurry up and get through the last part. Okay, so basically the third incident happened after I had stopped going to like Subway, like, period. Like, cold turkey, stopped going. Like, I didn't want a sandwich. A sandwich couldn't look at me. I didn't want to hear the word people say the word sandwich. I didn't even want to see a salad because it got lettuce on it. I was just sick of sandwiches, sick of Subway, sick of that man. Y'all, it was so bad that whenever I would go on that floor, on the ground floor, like, the smell of it just made me sick to my stomach. Like, I genuinely was just so uncomfortable. Like, it just made me fucking uncomfortable by doing too much, basically. So cool. So the third incident happened one day. I had a work meeting. So this was like after hours or whatever. And mind y'all, one of the times when I was going in there chit-chatting with him, he told me he got off work at 5, y'all. That's important to note. So I have my work meeting, and it's on that same floor, but it's in a different, like, it's like way down the hall in a whole different space or whatever. The space it is in is like, it used to be a restaurant, but like they basically gutted it out, or what, not gutted it out, but like they shut it down, and like they're trying to like renovate it or whatever. So people just have meetings in there. So we were having our meeting in there because it was going to be a lot of us in there. This was my teaching job. So I go in there, whatever. It started at 6. The meeting started at 6. So we go in there, our bosses are in there, they're telling us whatever, basically telling us how it's going to go, getting introductions out the way and stuff like that. Mind y'all, what they were doing basically was introducing the new cohort of student teachers to the old cohort, which I'm a part of because I've been teaching or whatever. So they just like people first impressions and stuff like that, which is important, y'all. Tell me why it's been like 20 minutes to the meeting. I'm sitting there. They done broke us off into these groups or whatever just to go like chit chat and like get to know each other. So they broke off into like specific groups. Y'all, I'm at the table. The table I'm sitting at, it's a window right there, but the window leads to outside, not inside. Mind y'all, when I came down here, I was already thinking about every time I come to this floor or that floor, I always think about the possibility of me running into Aggie, because like I just dreaded like having run-ins with him at this point. So I get there, I'm already thinking about that, but I'm like, oh, I should be good because you know he get off work already, so ain't no point in him like accidentally walking down the hall and seeing me because he going to the bathroom or he going this way to go take his lunch break or anything. Like, you know, y'all, I done thought about all that because I'm just like, I really just don't want to run into that man. I'm talking to the people from the new cohort we're having conversations, getting to know each other. And then mind you, like the way I'm sitting, like the window is facing like this way towards me and it leads to outside. Like there's like tables out there. People go there to catch the bus. Like it's like a whole little thing. I'm sitting here talking to the girl or whatever. And she's like, hey. And she like points to the window. Y'all, why when I look at the fucking window, Aggie's sitting there like this. Leave. And then y'all, he like wave and stuff, and I'm like just so you could get the hell on. And he like smiled and did like this, like he wanted me to come meet him on the inside. Fuck no, hell no, 2 hells and a no, boy. I'm not coming out there to meet you. So I'm just like, oh no, like that just made me even more uncomfortable. And then it was kind of like almost embarrassing because like these are people first impression of me, and then there's some guy standing right outside the window like, hey. And I was just like, you could tell by my reaction, I was just like I don't know why he's doing that. So I know they're probably thinking like, girl, what's going on, basically. But like they probably don't care that much, but like that's just my thoughts because you shouldn't be doing no shit like that in the first place. So that happened, and that was like our last little interaction for real. Also, another thing that I didn't tell y'all, after our interaction where my associate had let me skip line with them, like earlier on when I told y'all about that, my associate ended up running into me and he was like, hey, or whatever. And I was like, hey. He was like, yo, man, said something about like, yo, man. I'm like, who's my man? And he was like, Subway. And I'm like, hell fuck no, like hell fucking no. And he was like, yeah, he was talking to the stud in there, and he was basically telling her like he would mess with you, but you wear glasses. No, the fuck he wouldn't mess with me if I didn't have glasses. If I had 2 pairs of glasses, if I had a pair of glasses and a pair of shades on, if I wanted to mess with him, it's the only way he would fucking mess with me. I don't want to mess with him. And for a nigga that don't want to mess with me because I wear glasses, which is the dumbest fucking reason I've ever heard of simply the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. It's just like, babe, for a nigga in your position that looks like the fuck you should really humble your fucking self. What the fuck? You would think that I like, for you to even say some shit like that unprovoked, I just felt like I ain't like his ass, basically. That's the moral of the fucking story. So y'all let me know, do y'all feel like that was like stalkerish, or do y'all feel like he just did a bunch of unwarranted, unprovoked, passionate things? Like, how would y'all describe that? Because that was so weird. And like him being at the window wasn't even the cherry on top, y'all. The cherry on top was the last interaction that had me not going to Subway, had me, my stomach rumbly and tumbly. Whenever I go and walk on the floor and smell Subway, it made me sick to my stomach. Even to this day, if I go down there, like I'm just turned off by the Subway. Like I still have not been back this semester. The semester's ending. Like, what would y'all call that? Like, y'all let me know. Maybe I'm doing too much or whatever, but like, he just made me hella uncomfortable for no reason. And I just feel like he did the fucking most. Like, imagine if I would have gave this man my number or something. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not. I'm editing right now. But y'all, one thing I forgot to tell y'all was, he will always ask me like, oh, where you be at? Like, where you be at when you leave here? Like, where you be at? Y'all excuse my appearance, but he used to always ask me. I used to always be like, oh, I be around. Because he used to be like, oh, well, I'm trying to come see where you at. I'm trying to come be where you at. I'm going to come find you. And looking back, like, at first, when he first used to say it, I just be like, oh, like, you know, he want to chill or whatever. Like, he likes me or whatever, but hell no. But y'all, looking back, it just made everything more like stalkery. And then one time, y'all, I was in the market getting my chips, my hot chips and my Flavor Propel water. And tell me why when I'm walking to the market, I'm walking straight and I don't see him at the cash register. So I'm like, whoo, like, good, I don't got to run into him. Y'all, I'm in a market, in the refrigerator, getting my stuff, getting my chips from off the side. He walks in the market through the back door, looks at me, walks past me to go talk to one of the workers about a bunch of bullshit. He was over there for like approximately 30 seconds talking about nothing. Just for him to walk back past me and be like, oh, like, you ain't gonna speak? But yeah, that's my story, y'all. Thanks for watching. I love y'all, and I hope y'all made it to the end. And just make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Once again, we on the road to 1K. Turn me up. So yeah, I'm gonna see y'all at the top. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Y'all, I said this happened I think this might have happened in last spring, like a year ago. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to make sure I don't get my timeline messed up. If I got it wrong, like, I would have corrected it already in the beginning. So whatever I put up there is like the real time, like, or if I didn't put nothing in, you know, that I'm talking about the correct timeline. I just like that was so frequent. Like, thinking about it being like last semester, I feel like that might be too frequent. But I feel like last spring is also too far away. It was definitely last fall. Because I got to know one of the people that worked there. Her name was Ruth during that summer when I worked. And that was the only summer I worked, was last summer. So it had to have been last fall. Period. So I do remember. Okay.